Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us for the first episode of 2024, and it is the usual kind of roundup of how we done in the awards, how we done in the Power 500, who's went where in the brand split, and what the plans and objectives are for 2024. I'm going to jump straight in and say, oh my god, Edge and Beth Phoenix have been divorced, and in true TEW fashion, if one divorce happens, then so does another, with Josh Matthews and Madison Rayne on their way. But on a serious note, annual awards. So the wrestler of the year, again, as we've noticed in any sort of mod, tends to go with New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers, because they obviously have a lot more high caliber matches in comparison to maybe ourselves. Will have some maybe squash matches here or there. So the 2023 award went to Okada, his third with the award. Tag Team of the Year went to Hiroshi Tanahashi and Ibushi for the second year in a row. The Young Wrestler of the Year went to Nora Tadakozu, so we didn't win that one. Tanahashi for the second time wins Veteran of the Year. But we do have our first success story in our champion, the Women's Champion of AEW, Io Shirai, winning the Female Wrestler of the Year for the third time. In fact, since 2015 in game, and real life I suppose, the only winners of such a competition have been Io Shirai, Becky Lynch or Bayley, all of which are on my roster. We then moved on to the Independent Wrestler of the Year that went to Kento Miyahara for his second win. Company of the Year for the third time and the second time under my tutelage went to ourselves at AEW, so that will help with the awards or the objectives in the game achievements. Most Improved Company, so this is an interesting one because there was no winner in the first year. I won it last year, but our development company, the Dark Factory, has won the Most Improved Company. So in theory, the AEW related company has won it 4 of the last 5 years. Match of the year was at the King of Pro Wrestling 2023 in the 99. Saw Okada defeat Takagi. Bit disappointing that we haven't done it. It's been a New Japan match every time, but a 97, a 100 and a 99 shows the level. We need to try and get a match too. And I'd take getting at least one of these just to give myself a chance of that 100 rated matchup. Card of the Year, we won that with AEW Grand Slam, which was a 98 rated show. So I've won that in back-to-back years after Full Gear, won it in 2022. Chris Jericho, despite not doing any managing, won Manager of the Year. Of course, now he's retired, he will move into kinda that role, so that's good to see. Jimmy Smith of Raw wins the Announcer of the Year, which was a bit of a surprise, his first time. Especially when we've got Mauro Ranallo, and Excalibur for the fourth time wins the Colour Commentator of the Year. Ref of the Year, Sparky Ballard. Yeah, that is your awards rounded up there. So Power 500, I'm going to go through who we've got in the top 100 and then we'll kind of look at who was the top 10, etc. So we had Kenny at 3, we had Brian at 7. We had Jeff Cobbin at 12, Sammy at 13, Hangman 14, Cody 15, MGF 16. So a lot of guys getting in these top kind of reaches. Moxley in at 19, with his average rating being an 81 rated match. His highest was a 91. Andrade in there at 21, Adam Cole 22. CM Punk's not very many matches last year, he used them sparingly. But I think that's good, we've got a wrestler of that age, obviously can do some good matches where the psychology can certainly carry it, but sometimes you do need to work on their kind of try to give them some longevity in their career. And you can see the wee CM Punk Kenny Omega match, 93 there on Dynamite to finish up the year, because we are going to go into a Punk Omega feud. Apart from that, he likes to Seth, got Naito, mostly done stuff at New Japan. I think he probably would have been higher if we didn't kind of tank it at the end, but he wasn't particularly over in the US. Bucks in at 31 and 37, Darby at 33, HBK in at 42. Well, not bad, he said all these matches in NXT UK, which would have absolutely tanked his Average rating, Prince Dev at 43, Eddie in at 44, Pac 45, and the highest female, Io Shirai in at 55. That's pretty damn decent, and I think she's someone I want to try and push into the top 50 next year. She was up 90 places from 2022. Others you can see there, the likes of AJ Styles, Kevin Steen, Kyle O'Reilly, Edge, Drew Galloway, Tommy N, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, with Bayley in at 109. But it's quite refreshing just going through the list. You'll see the likes of your Britt Baker at 134, Charlotte at 141, although she did have kind of a split year between the two. We also had Diona in there, and I wonder with Diona, would she have been higher if she didn't have all her commitments elsewhere? Mercedes Varnado, as I say, that's all I used her over the course of a year, but sometimes you just need to get the best out of them. You need to keep their longevity up, and that was a nice 182 for her. Rosa in the top 200 as well. If we scroll all the way down, you can see with the likes of Serena making it. Jade's going to be an interesting one long term, because look at that year for Jade Cargill. 18 wins, only 4 losses, only 22 matches. But look at it when she started getting that big push at the end. The win over Jamie Hayter in December, then the win over Kana. Not so good against Tatsuka Fujimoto, I've probably butchered that. But then the matchups, the tag match, and then the match against Io Shirai. If she gets the right opponent, she can certainly do stuff. But you can see there, Saraya done a lot of stuff with WWE because she had unretired, and we brought her back. And then the likes of Kana, didn't do too much with her, that's on me. Tegan, Hikaru Shida. That is something that should have been a lot higher, a lot more utilised. Jericho finishes 309, 12 matches, losing to Hook, losing to Zachary Vance, losing to Sammy Guevara. In fact, his last one was against Brian Pillman Jr. in August 2023. And as you say, Wyndham as well. Absolutely criminally not used a lot by myself, apart from a defeat to Pac, and then when him and 10 challenge for the AEW World Tag Titles, he obviously turned to give us Wyndham versus 10. So in terms of the brand split, champions, referees and road agents are free to go in both shows. Dynamite has the likes of the Dark Order, 10. I will say this, the commentary teams, I'll just make it as one. It will still be Mauro Ranallo, Excalibur and Pat McAfee to do everything. But we're also going to be in a position where some will move, pending. It's been auto done. I was going to go through it manually, and I thought I cannot be bothered. So there's been a few that have been assigned where I want them to go. A lot have been auto, but it seems most of the tag teams have followed their tag partners. So we'll try and run through it as quickly as we can. In fact, I think the easiest way to do this is maybe actually going roster and then going brand to Dynamite. And we can actually do it by perception. So we'll see the main people on Dynamite will be Bryan Danielson there, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, and Kofi Kingston and Kenny Omega. But Rampage will come with Hangman, Adam Cole, Drew Galloway, Jon Moxley, and MJF. So the worry there is psychology. But you hope over time they can get there. If we go to stars that are on Rampage, Rampage will have Andrade El Idolo, Calvin Tankman, Shawn Michaels and Wyndham. And on Dynamite we'll see the likes of Bianca Belair, BB Ford, Pac and Wardlow. So you see at the top end it is a bit thin, but it's going to give a lot more opportunities down the card. And plus you look at this level of the card, this is the third, well known, the third rank, and there's still some great names on it. Becky Quinn on Rampage, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, Deonna Purrazzo, Gable, Jamie Hayter, Jeff Cobb, Jonah, Kairi Hojo, Kevin Steen, Chris Statlander, Mercedes Varnado, Santana and Ortiz, Sting, Prince Devitt, Ruby Soho, Samoa Joe and Tony Storm. And around it up on Dynamite, 10, Ace, AJ Styles, Bayley Rose, Brock Lesnar, Charlotte, Chris Jericho will be one of the 40 figures on Dynamite. Ethan Page, Garza Jr., Hook, Jade Cargill, Jungle Boy Jeff Hardy, Kana, Kyle O'Reilly, Malachi Black, Miro, Paul Heyman, Rey Mysterio, Richard Holiday, Ricky Starks, Thunder Rosa, and Tyler Black. So I'm hoping going forward there'll be a lot more opportunities for people. I'm going to keep it 3 hours and 2 hours just now to see how it works over the next couple of weeks. But everybody will come together for Beach Break, and we'll probably have a lot more specials as time goes on. So a wee quick video there just to let you see what's happening. Brand split, aims and objectives is of course to go for that 100 rated matchup, and hopefully a lot more story orientated stuff. So thanks for watching, take it easy, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a week's time for Beach Break. See you soon, bye bye.